You're introing first, my show.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now
Sounds like the
tuned in
circus.
to the freshest show experience.
Fresh. Somebody said fresh.
Fresh. I might have said fresh.
Fresh eye.
And the crowd's going wild.
It has been way too long. Welcome back, my beautiful friends, to your favorite podcast. I know we had to let everyone else in the world catch up a little bit, but the original podcast, before all podcasts were a thing, Fresa Show is back and in action. Of course, we have to do a little life update for you first. And then we got a little bit of some fun topics to get into. So let's introduce, if you don't already know what you probably do, my lovely co-host today, but guest, co-host, guest, you know, whichever way you want the dice to roll. So we have
London Butler.
London, the crowd goes wild.
You know, I'm here. Gonna drop some knowledge for you guys.
some
been a while.
rhymes, some freestyle.
I'm gonna drop a freestyle too. We should.
He's gonna call out Eminem that he wants to rap beef.
I'd bury him, by the way. No, I'm just playing.
I believe it.
Watch him come for you.
And I'll
He's
DM
like, what
and,
did you say?
You
and
get
be
famous.
like, London just buried you, bro. Deuces.
Mama D. And then we have, on that note, we have our amazing ADHD hype woman, Deanne Munoz, the Deanne Munoz on Instagram. Just changed her name.
Yeah, we just did a name change because Instagram said they were no longer going to show my profile because I had the word sex. So Unleash Your Sexy is against their guidelines. So we changed it. I changed it, everything. And it's
London's
still
like, I'm the one who
not-
reported you. He said, that makes sense. Yeah, why would you put that?
Every time that name
So
came across,
now I'm Deanne Munoz
Inappropriate.
was gone. They won't let me have that one. So I was going to put the Deanne Munoz, but the just sounds
But
basic.
She needs to be extra.
So I said the.
We all should. We all need to take a little bit of extraness from
Munoz.
Mama D and put that into our own life. You
Yeah,
know,
just be
stand
extra.
out, be bold. Definitely.
that's how you're supposed to say it when you really care about something.
The.
Like
Yeah.
in Ohio State, they don't say the Ohio State University. They say the Ohio State.
Oh, like the one, the only,
Mama
the
D's a
queen of all queens,
Mimi. I said
the
Mimi D.
leader, the chosen one.
Mimi D. I like that.
I haven't said Mimi D.
It's cute.
Mama D. Speaking of Mama D with her extraness, we were just at the movies yesterday, and what happened, Lundy? Like, I'm probably
Well, we
never
were
going to go to the
just
movies with her
there
anymore.
minding our own business. There's families around. Just
It's a
packed
child-friendly
house at
place.
Bad Boys premiere, Bad Boys 3. So we're sitting there. Previews haven't even came on the screen yet. It was just a black screen in there, packed still. I don't know why they weren't running the previews already, but
I
for
thop
some
the
reason,
movie was
Yeah,
going
it
to
was
be.
like-
I,
There was
I
no
thought they
previews.
were
It
going to
just started
refund
with
our
the movie.
tickets
Yeah.
and say, sorry, it broke.
all of a sudden we hear, and if you really love blowjobs, loud as hell.
So silent, full theater.
And it just came straight from Mama D. And Jasmine got offended. She was mad.
I felt like a Karen in that moment. I felt like I was like,
You wanted to go talk to one of the workers.
get real, and please remove yourself from this theater immediately.
Yeah, so Jasmine was like, I am never going to the movies with
Because
Mama D.
it was just like the worst. Like, you just wanted to hide in a hole type of thing. You're
But
like,
it always
"Oh."
happens. She always does something. But it's usually like her ringer goes off or like,
No,
That was the worst, though.
yeah, I was on my phone. I was trying to send a reel, but because we were inside the movie theater, it kept saying Frozen. I was like, God damn it. So I logged back into Instagram, and then one of the podcasts that I cover happens to be like an OnlyFans podcast. So I guess they were interviewing a porn star. So her conversation literally started with, and then a blowjob, and my phone happened to be out loud, and I was like, yeah. And the whole movie theater was jet quiet, and I was like,
even in my head, I was trying to think. I was like trying to make it better. Like, oh, well, okay, well, you couldn't really tell what it said. Well, it wasn't that loud. I'm like, no.
there's nothing I could do. It wasn't like I
Parents-
was on Pornhub or
parents
anything.
had to go home and
It just
explain to their
happened.
kids
It
what
was
a
a
blowjob
podcast
was.
that
It doesn't
flew
make
on my
any. I would have honestly
timeline.
probably preferred moaning
Daddy, what's
to
up?
the word.
What's up, blowjob?
Yeah, and what was exactly did it say? Do you remember?
Something
is
blow.
that?
Yeah, exactly.
It said, and if you really love blowjobs,
Like that's better than like a moaning noise. A moaning noise is like, oh, you could, who knows? But like it literally just said blow jobs.
you don't want either coming out of
So
your
that,
phone.
so that.
Well,
happened.
we're
Movie
lucky
theater.
it
Oh my
was.
gosh! Wait, that reminds
It was
me.
an R-rated movie, so there was no kids. So Mama D was all Gucci.
Wait, that
it
also
was Gucci.
reminds me of something else where I think I told you, and Mama D knows. I went to Jamba Juice not that long ago, and I had Mama D's work phone on me, and I had like accidentally like opened her photo albums, and so I hadn't even realized or looked. So I like put the phone down like on the counter right at the register. And the workers there, both of the workers are there, and I put the phone down and I'm ordering, and then I just see them like looking like that at the phone. And it apparently I had accidentally opened a topless photo of Mama D, which is hard. And it like they're looking at it like that's not her. One, like it's not me. Two, I'm just like face phone down.
So
And I know because I'm like, what are they looking at? I looked down and I was like, and I didn't want to freak out and make it obvious. So I just went like, oh, and then can I also?
you must
No,
have been
okay. I guess that's probably my top the movie, and that's probably like in my top 3 of most embarrassing moments.
all induced by Mama D.
It's serious. I think I see the common denominator.
Every one of my friends will not open my messages
Oh, yeah,
or
no
my
way.
DMs if they're in public ever.
We see the common denominator here, Mama D. So what are you gonna change? Just kidding.
I'm just gonna get raunchier this
Oh
year.
gosh. Yeah. So had to bring
Balls
those funny times
out.
up.
But Bad Boys, what do you think about the movie?
Recommend 13 out of 10, 15
It
out of
was
10.
so
15 out of 10?
good.
Wow.
Amazing. Like
And especially for they're both getting old now.
They're old.
And the fact that the writers wrote something that was even better than the other ones was
No, they did
I
their- they
was
did their thing.
shocked.
I was surprised because, Martin Lawrence definitely carried. He was just funny the whole way through.
Literally,
The whole
no.
way through.
That,
Yeah.
I was thinking like
London
at
said
their,
that he carried it over Will.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
for sure.
Will's,
Will matched it.
Yeah, Will is more. He was more like he's more the ladies' man in that movie, more the
For sure.
suave, and then Martin Lawrence is the.
I
comedic
wonder if
relief.
the same director producer was on that one as the other ones.
Did you know? You remember the scene from the first one when they were like, 15, motherfucker, you look 30.
I love that one.
That was Reggie.
I know.
I didn't even put that together.
I recognize that part.
I didn't even put it together.
But we recommend. I even told London. I went as far as telling London that it is one of the best movies I've ever seen. Like in the past, I can't even think how long. Like for me to say that,
It
it's
was just
like
a
just a
complete
cinematic.
movie.
It is so. I loved it.
Great
Everything,
storyline.
everything that you hope to happen, like obviously there's issues in the movie and there's problems that happen to them within
Just
the movie, but
everything.
everything resolves itself in a great way. They tied it all together.
And maybe
real good.
spoiler alert, but at the end, I have this thing. I love movies with sharks or crocodiles.
Oh,
It's
she's
so
obsessed.
weird. It's so weird.
It's so
I need
strange.
to watch
I've
all of
never
them.
understood it.
Spoiler alert. So there's some crocodiles at the end, and that just added to the perfection for me.
Jasmine. Do not watch our movie reviews if you don't want to know what happens at the end of the movie.
All I said is one. It's part. It shows one or whatever. But
She likes water creatures.
it's so
movies.
weird. Maybe in my past life I was
Scuba diver.
Mermaid.
That too. And that brings me back to my next topic. All of my
you even say
boyfriend's theories of
Don't
whatever
you even say it.
theories he has. I'm like, no, that's not no. I'm like, but mermaids. I'm like, yes. Vote yes to mermaids. No to whatever his theories are.
Yeah, I just don't know. I can't see a mermaid being a real thing.
Okay, realistically, do you think mermaids have existed or still do exist?
Well, Atlantis, I definitely believe, was an underground kingdom
Definitely.
that existed a long time ago.
But still, do you think that they're
I
around?
think they're around. Or I think they're like,
Okay, bring a tub of water out. I'm going to show you guys something.
See if you can breathe. Yeah.
Yeah, what?
I'd probably say Bigfoot. There's a better chance. Well, let's be honest. We've only discovered 10% of the ocean. 90% we've never even seen.
that's where they're at.
So they might be hidden down there. Something down
They're
there.
all the way down there.
And speaking of ocean,
But they're not like half human. They're
Mommy,
just fucking. They'd just be like fucking fish people. Not gonna be like
What's
half
fish people?
It's gonna be
That's
like
not
a
half
human.
human.
It's not gonna be like a human torso.
So
with
what
some
is a?
fucking
It
fins.
almost looks like
It'll just
that.
be like a fucking lizard. What lizard?
Like the
fish
the
person.
creature, like the
Avatar?
creature from the Black Lagoon, like that.
Or like Avatar.
Creature from the Black Lagoon. You know what I'm talking about? Like that
Yeah, a
type of
little
thing.
fish lizard.
A big
person.
lizard.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be like a human torso. You ever see the Family Guy where Lois gets saved by a merman?
I think
But it's
so.
a reverse merman. He had human legs but a fish body. And he goes in to kiss her and she's like, "No, sorry, no."
I think I saw that actually.
It's like, "But I saved you." It's like this fucking ugly fish.
And speaking of the water, Mama D, we didn't tell her this part of. Remember the Titanic incident that happened where it was missed.
Yes.
Like the the under.
I remember the
submarine?
Titanic.
You mean the
Not
first
the
9/11?
Titanic. The submarine.
Oh, the submarine. Yeah.
When that happened, remember when they were taking people down to view the wreckage, and then it
Oh,
imploded
yes.
immediately. So they already built another one, and then they said people
Yeah,
already
but-
bought
well,
tickets to go down again.
Yeah, a billionaire from Ohio is gonna go down there, look at it again with a new submarine, and because he says the submarine business is gone now. Like he's like nobody because
So
it
he
used
wants
to be
to
like
prove-
a tourist thing. Like people would go on submarines, and he's like after that incident, nobody goes anywhere. So he's going there just to prove it's safe and
To get
good
his
luck.
make some money off of it.
So with that being said, Mommy, they're offering one of us a free
Oh,
trip down there.
hell
Are
no.
you down?
You wouldn't go down there.
Hell no.
What-
First of all, I'm claustrophobic. And
Oh,
second of all,
shit.
I can't swim. So, like, you have two things
Well, you
I
wouldn't
might
even
feel
get a
worse
chance
about.
to swim.
It wouldn't even matter at that.
You're not gotta
point.
worry about the
You're
swimming
so
part.
deep that there's no swimming up to the.
What if they?
Surface.
Okay, all right. Serious question. Would you do it for $50,000?
No.
100,000? Okay, 500,000. $5
No.
million, no taxes.
Mama, how long do you have to be down there?
Mama D, well, how long would the trip take?
Well, it takes
12
you think
hours
it
or
takes
something?
30 minutes just to get to where they're
No,
going.
it was longer. Mama D, it was longer. I thought it took like
I don't know.
4 hours there, 4 hours back or
Oh,
something.
yeah,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. It's like you're like a down there like a couple miles, 3-4 miles.
Okay, Mama D.
There's
You
no
will
way.
be the richest, more than any chic billionaire in the world. Infinite amount of fame, money. You wouldn't do it.
The impending doom that would be like
You probably-
circulating in my DNA. That I wouldn't be able to help it. I for sure would have a heart attack on the way down.
I was gonna say, has anyone ever passed away from a panic attack? No, right? That's never actually happened. Like,
It
no,
would be
but a heart attack, yes.
and a heart attack can be brought on just by stress.
Well, yeah, people get scared. Like if you scare an old person,
Funny. I mean, that's not funny,
why-
but
that's why-
what about a young?
Look at me, huh?
I scared Grammy.
Can people get
I
heart
scared
attacks
Grammy.
from being scared?
What about a young person?
I scared Grammy on our trip, and I was like, I probably shouldn't have did that.
Yeah, like it would be beyond a panic attack.
She came out of her door. and I
Okay,
heard her
how
coming
much
out.
would
I
it
was like,
take?
What are you doing?
Willie's tripping out over here, guys. Sorry, our dog.
He doesn't
is-
understand where we're over here.
Oh, yeah, our dog's tripping out. How much would it take for you to go in one of those Titanic?
I'd pay to go on there. Shut up and take my money.
Lenny,
I'm
don't
just kidding.
lie. All right, what if they said 5,000? No, huh?
5,000? I'll be out there. in a
Really?
heartbeat. How long do we have to be down there?
I wouldn't be able to. It takes 4 hours to get down there. You look at it in 4 hours to come back up.
Look at it 4 hours.
No, like I don't know how long
Takes
ago
4 hours
you
down to get there. I just gotta peep, come back up. 5K, put it in my pocket. I'll be there. 8-hour shift. Yeah, let's
No.
go.
Wait,
Yes,
how about
I'll
you?
go.
And you?
Dude, they had a fucking.
I
they
think
had
I
a
need.
Nintendo controller for the last one. Fucking.
And you over
remember
here-
that shit? That shit was bullshit. I'll go in a real deal one. Let me inspect it, make sure all the screws are
You know
tightened.
what? In the past, I probably would have done it if I was drinking.
For how much? For free? Not for free.
Well, if
No,
if you're
but
gonna
I would have
get
at least
if
done
you're
it
gonna
for
get
money.
$5 billion.
Like right now, I wouldn't even do it for money because there would be nothing to take away the.
If you're gonna get $5 billion, then okay, go ahead and have a drink, Mama. It's okay. you can break that
You start
sobriety
your
for a
sobriety
day.
the next
Yeah,
day.
you
For
just
$5
start
billion.
right over. You know.
Yeah, I think for $5 billion, I would break my sobriety for the event.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just for like day.
Yeah.
Drink yourself
Silly.
to sleep. And
She's
then
like,
just
oh, she's like,
wake
they didn't
up.
say I have to be awake.
Yeah.
Or remember
I'll
it.
pop a couple Xannies.
But at that point, you can, yeah, exactly. Just take a Xanny and keep your
We do
Yeah.
not condone excessive alcohol or drug usage. Thank
No,
you.
Unless
Don't
you
try
have
this at
billions
home.
and billions of dollars.
Unless you're getting paid $5 billion, then we can discuss it.
Then Hey, you know,
Just break me off a
the more the
billion.
merrier. So speaking of, we were talking about mermaids, and I said maybe in a past life. So speaking of that, Mama D is gonna do. Are we gonna do a 1-card reading, a 3-card? What are we feeling for?
Oh, okay.
And Mama D's using the angel cards because
Uno card, 1 card.
because
and that's all
sometimes
I'm
London
doing.
gets nervous about. We saw this like scary horror movie about tarot cards, and London gets
These
a
aren't
little
tarot cards.
freaky deep,
They're
like scary.
they're oracle cards. They're called Evolution of the Soul. They're
so
angel
they're
cards.
angel cards.
They're not tarot
not-
cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there
Tarot
we go.
cards are different.
Oh, can you explain to the people kind of a difference or?
Yeah, so oracle cards, they could be done with angels. They could be done with like your guardian angels, or they could just be a whole bunch of cards that have like positive affirmations. And all you're doing is literally saying like, dear, like Holy Spirit, like let whatever cards come through. So tarot cards obviously have like, there's bad cards in there that
For
could tell
sure.
you what bad
Yeah.
things. But angel cards are literally just a bunch of affirmation cards. You shuffle them and you pick 3. And there's never no coincidence in God's world. Everything is perfect timing. So it's basically, spirit coming through to give you 3 positive messages. Versus tarot cards can also show you bad things that are going to happen. So some people can get scared of that.
Nothing but-
AKA,
Nothing
some people
bad.
can't handle that and they think it's evil. I'm excited. Okay, Lundy's gonna go first.
Yeah.
Mama D's so good at this. Mind you, I think the last time or one of the last times I had Mama D on the podcast, she's kind of been at this for a while. But I've been really, can everyone comment or go to her page or DM her and tell her to give you a reading? I've been telling her she needs to start doing Zoom call readings. She needs to.
Yeah.
You're always, sharing just
Right
how
on.
amazing you are with it. Like,
See,
why not share
and
that?
Also, too, you guys, I'm a prophetic seer. Like God gives some of us the vision to see things without cards. So I can see things even without cards. If you were to literally sit with me and say, just, okay, tell me something, I could definitely tell you something. Without any knowledge, nothing. You don't have to tell me one thing about yourself.
All right. Willie.
He's just down there chilling.
We need to do like that under the glass TikToks of like when they're eating the dogs or cats.
Go ahead.
3 or 1?
Yeah, pick 3.
Okay. Can't see.
1, 2. Yeah, you can look at them. Go ahead.
Ooh.
Okay, this isn't good.
Yes, they're all good.
Do I say them?
No, I'm gonna read them for you.
Should we
Okay.
show the camera or no?
Which one was the first card? Do you remember? Okay, I'm gonna go with what I think. Okay.
His little noises he usually makes.
Okay, so he has 3 cards. First card is called Soul Purpose. Soul birthing process, discovering your soul purpose, unfolding your unique abilities. Next card is Lost, and it's somebody with a blindfold
It
on.
makes sense.
This says your soul is asking for change. It's a phase of discovery and creation, a time of confusion and feeling lost. And the third one is called Lone Wolf. Is a wolf?
Oh.
Look.
I guess we're breaking up, y'all. You heard it
And-
here first.
And then there's Red Riding Hood. Solitude will be your greatest ally. Living a meaningful life as a loner. Road to success will be lonely.
Dang. Damn. They just
Okay,
It's gonna be
so
lonely.
these are
On the way
never
to these millions, it's
to
gonna be
be
lonely.
taken on literally what you read. So you got to kind of look at what goes first, what goes second, and then I'm going to interpret it as to the first thing that comes to my head. Me knowing him is soul purpose. So what I'm taking is Lone Wolf. I'm taking that because right now he's working. He's already in the soul purpose and he's putting in the work. So he's already in this place where he is in a place of solitude where everything from his past life no longer is present. So where he's at right now is the lone wolf. Where right now he's completely cut off from everything in the past.
true.
Video games, any of his vices are gone. So everything that was comfortable or anything that wasn't serving him is gone. He's choosing to live a meaningful life as a loner. And a loner means not somebody who's paving a path that nobody else has walked.
Taking the path less traveled.
Yes, for your sole purpose. So that's where he's at with it. And wolf is also, I'm seeing, a spirit animal. So start looking
I
up.
love
So
that.
if you start seeing more wolves coming up, this is going to be a protector.
On your birthday when we go camping.
Is a protector. Somebody that's walking behind you, because look, she's walking a path that no one else is walking. So you have your spirit team, your ancestors, you're heavily guarded. So that's definitely what I'm seeing.
I've always felt I was heavily guarded.
See?
And this is simply the past. This is the past version of him. And mind you, look, there's a red blindfold, but then here it's a cape for a superpower.
I turned my blindfold to it.
Yes. So look, and there's no coincidence that's red and then that's red. So all the things that held you back, you turned them into a part of your superpower, being able to control them, being able to overpower them. Because in the past you were needing change, and you are currently in a path of self-discovery and creation. And also too, a lot of what he's working on was walking by faith, not by sight. So when you're trusting in God and in his journey where you're going is the blind faith that I have trust, because there's a spirit team guiding you, and I'm walking by faith, God, not by sight. Boom.
I'll take that.
You-
I'll take that.
Okay. How do you feel about that message?
I like it. I like it a lot. Lone wolf means I'll be taking the path less traveled. It means that only I can dictate my future. So I'll take that. A lot of responsibility, but I'll take it.
I love that. And wolf, we should look up when we get off of here
I'll write it
what the spiritual meaning of wolf is. That's going to play a powerful part. And red. I feel like red's going to be a very empowering color. Do you like the color red? I feel like it's going to be a very
It's
empowering
funny
coloring
lately.
for him.
I feel like I happen to get him some red shorts. You happen to give him red shorts. I feel like it came up too where
Red.
I even noticed too. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
two red
so
things in a row. I
it's gonna be-
noticed that recently.
It's going to be a season.
You normally didn't have red.
And then also too, just look up what red means. So those are all
Okay.
going to be powerful words.
Leadership,
Ooh.
loyalty.
Go ahead, shuffle these and then pick out 3. Show me your
Me
first,
shuffle
your
them?
middle, and your last. Yeah. Because you're far.
Strength in numbers, but I'm a lone wolf.
Silly.
Also, too, leader of the pack, alpha male.
I'm a leader of the pack.
Oh yeah, Wolf. Remember?
He's not meant to be part. He's not meant to be the pack. He's meant to be the leader of the
there
pack.
you go.
That's why I fell for the leader of the pack.
Oh yeah, I like that song.
I met him at the candy store.
You know that song too, Mama D? Or did
That
she?
song was in just in
when
a
I
movie that
movie
Amy
that we watched.
Winehouse.
Oh, the Amy
But I
Winehouse
wonder,
one.
did you know that song before we saw that in the movie? Leader of
Yes.
the Pack?
Yeah, she,
Yeah, it's been
I
around
I don't
since I
memorize
was
the song
little.
like that.
I
in 2
had heard
minutes.
it too. You do, apparently,
Well,
Mr. TikTok dance star. How much should I shuffle or?
That's it. Go. Just pick 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and then give me in the order that you pill them.
Reginald Hopkins says, "Hi, I'm Reginald. Read me, tell me 3 things about me."
You have to DM her for
Tell
that.
him if he puts a tip on there, I'll do one.
Oh, cool.
Tell him to come.
Hey Reginald, if you would like me to do a 3-card reading, send a tip. You can send a tip here on YouTube, and I'll go ahead and do one for you. Oh, that's right.
Oh, this was the order 1, 2, 3.
'Kay.
Now what do you want me to do?
Give it to me.
Just like this? I didn't look at it yet. Should I? Oh. Mama D said. Here, give her her cards.
Ah, thank you.
Ah.
So Jasmine has her own special gifts. She's a prophetic seer, and she could actually see things that I don't see. So the first one is Arcturian, which is part of Atlanteans. This is one of the species that existed in Atlantis.
Ah,
And
how
you
do
said
you-
mermaid. So Atlantis is part of our lineage, which
Something about the mermaids.
Which I
never
also
let it
believe
go.
that I once was an Atlantean as well. And it says she's gifted at divination and channeling, a leader in communities and workplaces here to advance and innovate. So I've been speaking to my daughter, and I'm always sharing how she is also a seer and, a prophetic with everything that she sees about people.
How'd you learn that word, the Arcturian? Where'd you?
Arcturian. I just learned it actually in the last 2 years when I started learning about Atlantis. So Lemurians, Arcturians, and there's some other species that are all part of Atlantis.
Mix that with Apache and Indian, Native American. You're in for a wild ride.
Okay. So synchronicity, fully aligned to your soul purpose. So that's more superpowers. Strategically orchestrated messages, an event where needs are met. So because you have the gift to be able...
That's the first one I pulled?
This was your first one.
Oh,
You're a channeler.
that's
You have a
cool.
gift to see things. And this one is saying, so synchronicities are for you messages, literally showing you, like, this is your power. Embrace it. This is where we're leading you. And that's what your soul purpose is going to have to do with
Yeah.
helping people.
That's crazy. I feel like every time I do this, I always get not that specific, but like this type of similar message.
Wow. And the topic that we're speaking on today.
Which one?
Home and family.
It makes a lot of sense.
Building a loving home. And look, it's a little boy. A strong sense of family obligation, which Jasmine's very family oriented. Fulfillment through family. So what I'm taking also from that is in our family lineage, the women in our families, we all have special gifts, the healing gifts, gifts of prophecy, gifts of speaking, being able to impact people. So that's where you're at right now, Jazzy. Let me see what the message the message to give you.
And with that being said, I'm married with 3 kids already. Imagine. Pops out. Kidding.
So the message I'm getting for you to take today is that there's start to be intentional instead of thinking things are coincidences or that's strange or that's odd. It's going to be a godcidence. So it's not coincidence.
Yeah, I've
it's gonna-
definitely been switching that over
Yeah.
already since, because I feel like I've been getting that.
because I
hard a
feel
few
there's going to be a
times.
lot of messages coming through from your spirit team, which ancestors, family lineage, that they're trying to speak to you. So they're strategically sending you messages. So instead of thinking synchronicity or coincidence, it's godcidence. That's them giving you a message. So be aware of what
Okay.
messages are coming your way.
This is so fun. I love that. Okay. Love it. Love this for us. Thank you everyone for still keeping up with us. So that's a little
Did
bit.
Reginald send a tip in?
Abe.
Okay.
All right. So next, all right, that was, whew, I love that. You need to start doing those. And then back to, I guess, we kind of got kind of off topic minus the reading.
Fear can cause a heart attack.
Oh, see?
So it can.
I for sure would have a heart attack.
So a little bit more on our updates is Mama D.
All that
Look, you're literally gonna scare Mama D. Now Mama D's gonna know it's I'm having. So a little update is that Mama D is 20 pounds down.
Woohoo!
And continuing, right? How many more pounds do you want to lose?
15.
London is. What's your new like body update for us since the last time?
Well, I was at 200. Went back down to 187 on vacation.
Which is funny, ironically, because we were eating pasta and drinking wine for 2 weeks. Like they just have
walking all
they
the-
have cleaner ingredients,
We were
but
walking all the carbs.
that's
off.
true though. Yeah.
But and then now I'm back to 200, feeling good, feeling strong.
Yep. Let's get it.
I'm supposed to be talking into this. Too,
And
by the
then
way.
I don't know if I had reached my exact weight goal last time I spoke with you all on here, but I am at 30 pounds down and now officially going to do a cut for my birthday in August. So we're going to see how that goes. And then I guess that's our update with our body updates, as you know. And if you want, we're all trainers in our own sense. So if any of our speaking during this aligns with you, or if you're a guy, you want a guide training, of course, you can go to our Instagrams or email us and we'll let you know all about our personal online coaching and training. Now, speaking of Italy, all right, where do we start? Y'all?
We got to start with well, if we're giving our do's and don'ts or our.
Okay.
Well, let's start with even before the Italy trip is I wanted to manifest that I could put my mom in first class because it's her first trip ever international and it's her first passport. And I manifested, you guys, and I got her into first class.
That's goals.
Mm-hmm.
And then share the other manifestation that you happen to.
So then a few weeks before that, I kept saying, I'm going to manifest a date in Italy. I'm going to manifest a date in Italy.
A rich date. That was part of your manifestation. You had to be
And,
specific.
Yes. And a few days before, I also manifested a stylist to come help me put my outfits together,
Facts.
help me pack. And during the process, I brought nothing but conservative clothes because my mom's super conservative. And there's a few dresses I bought that were really pretty and sexy. And I was like, damn, I can't take it to Italy because of my mom. And I said, wait, I'm manifesting a date. I said, I'm going to bring the 2 dresses so I can manifest my date. And so my stylist literally started laughing. We were giggling. But I brought the dresses. Hence, the next day, I get a message. I start talking to some guy.
It was so not crazy because
And he literally was like, I was like, oh, well, I'm going to be leaving. I'm going to Italy. And he's like, what? I live in Italy. I was like, shut up. He was like, yeah. And he's like, well, where are you going? So we started talking. And because it was going to be raining in Italy, we weren't sure what cities were going to be raining.
we didn't really book anything but Rome.
didn't
the first 4 days.
We didn't book any of the trip other than Rome because the only place was going to be sunny.
And you can hop around easily.
And we were
out
just
there
going to hop around according to wherever it was going to be not raining.
from the train.
And he literally was like, okay, give me 24 hours. That was it. Literally 24 hours sends me a full itinerary for a 5-day trip to Tuscany and Florence in the most
Everything
expensive,
booked.
bougiest villas, resorts. Like, it was insane. It was unbelievable. Like, you could not possibly imagine.
And everything on
And
his card.
all it was just to take me on a date. And it was the first night. So when we got there the first night at the resort, he met us, took us all to lunch.
A family date, really. We
A family date.
We were all
And he
together.
knew my mom was coming. He knew my daughter and her boyfriend. And at lunch, he loved everyone. And he was like, well, I feel bad. He's like, at dinner, like, I want your family to come with us. And I'm like, they're big. Like, they can handle it. Like, they're fine. They could go
Mom, he
eat.
was ready for a solo
Yeah,
date.
they're fine. And he was like, no. He goes, I have to take care of your family. And I was like,
Aw.
whoa. Okay. Yeah, so that was
your birthday
It
trip,
literally
too,
was
so-
Room service, everything. I
Yes.
was ordering.
We
food.
stood
I
in
was
these
ordering room service
gorgeous-
at like 1 a.m. right after dinner.
and
We go home
everything
from
was
dinner.
he covered everything.
ordering
He
room
literally
service.
said, I have everything covered. Just enjoy your birthday. Don't worry about anything. He's like, you and your mom go to the spa, get massages, facials. He's like, everything is covered. Literally everything. It was absolutely magical.
It came out. The whole trip was just. Mama D deserved it so much. She deserves to be treated like the queen she is. And I hope that it did remind you of what not to settle once again, which you don't, but just like
you
what is
deserve.
possible.
Yes.
And it also I feel like reminds where we should be just kind of worshipped for just being an amazing woman.
Existing, yes.
Just for being you. And that's that. As simple as that.
Yeah,
A
and
beautiful.
I was telling my daughter, like a few days into it, like I started getting really uncomfortable. Like, well, what do I have to do for him? Like what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like I had this need to, like, I had to earn it. Like I had to earn the trip. Like
Yeah.
I kept thinking, like, well, what do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? Like I was
like text
trying,
him a lot.
I was
or-
like
yeah.
trying so hard to like
Like, should I talk to him?
like
more,
like I
or-
didn't know. Like, and he simply literally, like, the same day he was like, okay, I need you to just relax. He's like, I didn't ask for anything. I just simply wanted to have a dinner with you. And he goes, he literally said, this is a birthday gift. Just enjoy it. He's like, that's the only thing I want
Yeah.
you to do. He's like, there's nothing in return I'm
Yeah.
asking. And I've never in my 48 years of my life ever had someone do anything for me that I didn't have to do something in return. So I was telling my daughter it was the most uncomfortable feeling in my life to receive and feel like, well, I had to earn it. Like just
so
simply
true,
being
yeah.
given a gift, like a beautiful, like it's literally was a fairy tale. Like it was like mind blowing. And I was just like,
Yeah.
every day I was just so uncomfortable. Like I kept feeling like I have to do something. Like I have to do something for him. Like I have to do something for him.
We stayed at the most expensive resort in
Tuscany.
the coast of Tuscany, like that's ever known. Like it's just the presidents stay there. Me and London stayed in the suite of Charlie Chaplin. Like every
Yeah,
time
it
he
was
would
his
go, the exact
famous
suite.
suite.
It was so. It
Probably had
was a dream come
Couple
true.
underage girls in there.
Lundy, that's
Charlie
a different.
Chaplin. Let's be honest.
Lundy, okay,
Let's be honest.
babe,
getting
that's
bad
a
vibes.
different story.
Just get bad vibes in the room. No, I'm just kidding.
But-
It was just.
It
absolutely
really
incredible.
just, but it also felt like we belong, and I love that we
Yes.
that God showed us
What's
that
possible
level of everything
of success,
for us
of
to
finances.
embody and embrace that energy and know that like this is gonna be our new norm. This
Yes.
is the only way we vacation and
And
what we
that's
deserve.
literally what a message that I was taking from it was God literally saying, Deanne, like, this is what I'm preparing you for. I felt like God was just like, okay, Deanne's getting really like frustrated and like excited. Like, where's this going to happen? When's that? I simply felt like God was just like, okay, I need you to calm down, slow down here. Like, this is what's coming. Now I need you to walk in faith until this comes again. I literally felt like that was a birthday gift. And I have my own card reader. So I messaged her and I was like, I don't understand. Like why am I getting this? Like I was so confused.
Yeah.
And she did that even in the readings for me. And she's like, why do I see so much anxiety? She's like, it's your birthday. And she literally did the cards and like this, the cards came out and it said, it's literally saying that God simply wanted to give you a birthday gift. It literally said a birthday gift from Spirit. That's literally all it said. She said, there's nothing more and nothing less to it. And I was just like, wow. So it was a very beautiful
and then
experience.
to touch on the rest of the aspect of Italy. Okay, so I guess I had a few different options of it.
A lot of walking.
Okay. What do you guys have to say about the walking? What do you think anyone that doesn't work out at all could possibly really handle that amount of walking?
No.
They're gonna be hurting.
And we work out a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be
So
hurting.
you must, and I really mean this, you have to prepare. If you're not in some type of
walking
shape,
shoes.
you have to start
Also,
training
too,
months
I
in
don't think
advance.
we saw any overweight people there. I didn't
There was
notice
a
any.
couple, but like they were struggling. You know, we were
Dripping, drenched.
Yeah.
trying to walk
Yeah.
through the whole Vatican. The Vatican's huge. It's like its own little city. Amalfi Coast with all the
Oh yeah,
stairs
Amalfi
and-
Coast. The only way to get anywhere, it's small, is up. So you literally have to walk up like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10s of flights to get to the top of Amalfi. There's
Yeah,
like in the
it's
road. There's a road, but the road goes zigzag.
Yeah.
But even then, like you're
still
still
long,
going up.
yeah.
Going uphill. Yeah. It was
So
tough.
you're out of
So
breath. You're
this-
out of breath. It's impossible. Every single walking trip back up, you're out of breath. So mind you, if you have lunch, you got to go back and change for dinner.
Yeah.
So you walk back down. So you're literally doing this 3-time breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I
Like,
cannot possibly imagine.
My
an
grandma
old
was
person.
only able to make it for sure to
Yeah.
one thing a day, and by the end of it, she wasn't going down at all.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll put it that way. Which I read in a lot of reviews that their people's elder parents or whoever was with them would only go down once, and that was it. They were like, "That's enough."
They went down one time literally, and then the rest of the time they just stayed in the room.
Yeah.
Because
So
the
that's
only way to get anywhere is just down a whole bunch of steps, end up a whole bunch of
I
steps.
kind of looked forward. I don't know. It's kind of fun.
That was fun as hell.
We
Yeah,
enjoyed
definitely
that
not
part.
somewhere for older people to go.
Unless you stay at the very prime bottom location, then you don't really got to go anywhere. For the
And I
most
got
part.
us an Airbnb that was really close to the bottom.
Yeah.
I think we only had one big flight
Yeah.
down, but mind you, there's multiple flights above us that were even farther.
Well, I chose it. One thing about us guys, you
yeah.
always got to know. I should be actually for my 4th job. I should be a vacation.
no, you
planner.
really should.
Because I feel like I can just plan and plot every single
plans
movement
everything.
and this and that. And I'm really intricate
Thank
with it.
God for her brain.
So what was your favorite? Did you prefer overall the pizza or pasta out there? Or you think they're just two categories separate in their own?
The pasta, yeah. The
Over pizza?
Yeah, the pizza.
The Naples pizza
Naples
in
pizza was good.
Napoli is...
Oh, everything
pizza.
Naples and Tuscany. Everything in Tuscany was
Yes,
good too.
so-
Tuscany had the best food.
But pasta over pizza, would you say
Pasta.
Okay, now which pasta was your favorite? We know which ones were. We literally had the same
The one
four
with the
options every-
linguine, the spaghetti with the clams.
Pasta
yeah.
alla Vangoli, I think.
Oh yeah, that
Which
was
is,
good.
I never
That
heard
was
of
a
that
new
out
one.
here,
Yeah,
by the
that was
way.
a new one. We never.
So that's yours. What was your favorite one?
The one we made from scratch.
Oh, yeah.
We made pasta from scratch at a
you had a red
cooking
sauce,
class.
but
It was
we all chose
so
different sauces.
Yeah, we cracked the egg with the flour and everything, mashed it up, pressed it down, stretched it out, folded it over we put we made our own ravioli too.
Fettuccine,
yeah.
ravioli, and
Pressed
tiramisu.
it and filled it with the
Love
filling.
that.
It
Now
was
I want
just
tiramisu.
yeah, oh yeah, and they just
Uh-huh,
throw it in there.
immediately.
We made our own tiramisu too. Or tiramisu? Tira?
Yeah, London's was
say
saying
ti-
tiramisu.
Tiramisu.
That's a Mama D. That's the ADHD people. If they
Yeah,
know.
we make- we
made
make our own words,
tiramisu,
yeah.
which was really easy. All you do, just drop the cookie in some coffee.
An espresso.
Yeah, but I guess I googled it after the fact. There's a little bit of slightly different ways to make it. Apparently,
The cream is made of mascarpone, which is it's a cheese. So that's it. I think it's just the cheese.
so. Okay, your favorite. What would you guys say my favorite one pasta was? If you know, you know. You know
The white
or-
sauce, fettuccine.
Chica pica.
Cacio y pepe.
That one.
Oh yeah, the pepper, the
Chica
pepper.
pica.
Oh, the pepper.
Pikachu.
Pica pica. Yeah,
Picante.
the pepe.
Yeah.
Cacio y pepe. I am
man.
so obsessed
white sauce with the pepper.
it.
Yes, that was.
That was
Yeah.
good. That
and
was
and
good.
actually, because I saw a TikTok, it's not even a sauce. It's literally just the pasta water it was boiled in, and they just I think just thicken it up with
My absolute favorite
few
thing,
things.
my favorite flavor out there was the balsamic vinegar. I was everywhere we
head
went.
over heels for it.
Everywhere we went, I wouldn't even eat my main course because I had so much bread because I was just soaking it in this vinegar, just soaking it, and just taking bites and just
Mm-hmm.
the flavor. We tried 100-year-old balsamic.
balsamic vinaigrette.
They didn't even. They
and
were
it
like,
was like $1,000.
And the-
for
they were
this
like,
No,
don't. They're
the-
like, don't put this on your bread. They're like, just take a spoonful. So they just poured up a whole bunch of spoons of this
And
$1,000 balsamic, and I just took it.
like their gold out there isn't gold, it's balsamic
Yes,
vinaigrette.
their balsamic
Your
vinaigrette
royalty
is
if you
like
have this.
Yeah,
their
they said they start
caviar.
off with
It's like their bottle
jar.
of extremely expensive
They'll start
alcohol.
off with like
Yeah.
the biggest barrel they can find, and it'll be full, and then they let it age, and over time,
However, like 100
like
years. or-
evaporates over
Yeah.
time, obviously.
Some's like
And then 100
70,
years later,
80-year-old
they're left with like a
balsamic
barrel
vinaigrette.
this big,
And there
Yeah.
was
of like 100.
remember there was like a 500-year-old one above that they said was like 10,000.
like-
That's in the family lineage.
God.
Yeah.
Like only because it costs so much. I
that
want
was
to
good.
try
We
it.
did a whole food tasting
tour. That was
Tour,
fun.
Italian
Okay,
food
what,
tour.
what would you guys recommend? Like, what tours should we tell people if they're gonna go on? Do we love all the ones we did?
Vatican. You got to see because that was
Yeah.
just absolutely
And
mind
it
blowing.
was Vatican, St. Peter's Basilica, and
And they take they
St.
had-
Peter's.
They
Yeah,
had
that's what I
relics.
said.
They don't just have like Roman relics. They have relics from all over the world. They had relics from Egypt,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
all over, like very things that for some
And-
reason the Vatican just felt like we're
it's
gonna
so
put 'em in
true.
here.
Well, because I think it's that in the history at some point other places sent it to other places because when we went to where Mama D got her facelift at Turkey, over there too. They were showing us random stuff in their squares. They're like, and that's Egyptian, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Greek,
And this is brought from the
we're
Roman
like,
Empire.
what? And
We
they're
were like, why is it over here?
Yeah.
She's like, and
Like
they
the
sent it
Statue
to
of
this
Liberty,
person at
kinda.
this.
You got how we got it from the French.
Yeah.
And you know the Statue of Liberty is not a woman.
Oh gosh, what
What?
does that mean?
What is it?
No, it's the devil.
Here
Oh,
we go.
wait. Why did I just think I read something about that?
the Statue of
recently?
Liberty is not a woman. It's not Lady Liberty.
And then I know you guys might have heard through TikToks that in Italy they say don't drink cappuccinos after 11 because Italians don't. Well, one, we're not Italian. Two, every tourist does it after 11 and they don't look at you weird. They don't care. They know you're not Italian. So drink that cappuccino or coffee. And also, too, coffee's not a thing at every spot. Espresso. There are
Yeah.
very big espresso shots only. Like, you stand...
That's it.
They have bars. Like, you walk in, it's a bar, but it's an espresso bar. Like, you're like, what?
And
Double
it's
shot.
like 3 little drops and it's gone.
So London, yeah, like double shot, and it's espresso and stuff like that. So that's
Chain on
another
the
thing,
ankle.
which we loved it, though. It
Holding
was
the
yummy.
torch. And here,
I have my
chain on his ankle.
conspiracy theorist lovers over here. And then limoncello spritz is amazing. Me and London do not like Aperol spritz whatsoever. They are disgusting and gross. And I think that kind of covers most
See how
of
close
it.
those faces look? Those are the exact same.
Shut
It's the
the
exact same
fuck
person.
up. Oh my god.
Famous painting of Lucifer.
Here, let me put that up on the screen. He was talking about the
The Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty was made after Lucifer from Satanism.
Go more in. Sorry, more to your. Go more towards the wall. Towards the, here, let me do it. Let me do it. Real quick. Yeah, right there. There it is. Dang.
Would you look at that?
Yeah. We're learning a lot about Satanism. It's everywhere.
All right, we definitely just switched off topic with my two ADHD, my ADHD peeps. Yeah.
That bottom right, that bottom picture with the chain
Okay,
on the ankle.
babe, let's get to that after the fact, please. We have more to do. Or maybe you could do London. I've been telling London to start his own podcast. You can literally do whole podcast episodes about that stuff. You should actually.
Probably should.
You should. I think you should.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
Let's be real. It's time for the people to wake up.
Yeah. So, any other last minute things we should add about the Italy trip? No.
Yes, we haven't even
Well, I was trying to
we
get
haven't
to
even
it,
talked
and
about-
you just cared about the little.
Oh well, I was gonna say.
Go ahead. The mic's yours.
We saw the probably the oldest whorehouse in all of
Oh,
Europe,
It's the city. Yeah, Pompeii.
in the city of Pompeii.
That was one of my
Pompeii was
favorite
destroyed
things.
by a volcano. Now they didn't die from the lava.
Yep.
Common misconception. They died from the gas.
And if
Now-
they happen to make it past that, then the big, huge flying boulders
Yeah.
were would take you out.
So we saw a body that was just frozen in time.
She was pregnant.
Just
Yeah.
straight char. She was pregnant, yeah.
What is it called again? Oh,
Pompeii. Oh wait,
no,
what?
the one that happens when they get fossilized.
Yeah, they're pretty much like
that's it.
fossilized.
That's the word.
Well, yeah. Well, so it was like the empty mold was in the ground, but they filled it and then they took
Composite of it, yeah.
yes, yep. So Pompeii, which
They
is
say they're still finding bodies, like they're still finding like
They're still excavating the
To this
city,
day.
yeah.
and London loved it because he loved when we saw where the gladiators lived and
yeah.
where the gladiators
if you guys
trained.
have ever seen Gladiator with
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe, yeah, he's there. He was there. Like they had dorm rooms where all the gladiators would stay, each dorm, and then they'd let them out. They'd practice before they'd get shipped to the Coliseum. They'd all get on like a wagon. They'd take them to the Coliseum and fight. So we got to see the dorm rooms. We got to see the Coliseum. Mm-hmm. We saw
The Coliseum was,
everything.
in my opinion, like a little bit. I like the part outside the Coliseum. What was that city?
Oh yeah.
That was kind of cool. The Coliseum was very just
It was
quick
like
and
the-
short, I guess.
Signal Hill, I
It
think
was like the city
called.
town hall, like where everybody would, all the
And there was a House of Virgins there too that used to exist.
It was part of Caesar's
Like
Palace.
I said, yeah, no, really.
Yeah.
I'm like it's
Caesar Palace. He had
he had a house of all virgins.
just all virgins.
And London's like you can only
Yeah, and then they saw
They were his
oracles.
heretics.
They
Oh,
were
yeah.
psychics that he would go to for like to find out about wars and who his enemies were.
I think I heard about that.
yeah.
I think I read about that.
But also too, when you think about it too, I think they believe like when you're a virgin, you like your virtues, you're closest to God.
Yeah, you're close to it and stuff.
And that's why I'm still virgin today.
Yes, and me too.
London's like,
Not me.
all right, the rest of Italy. What's our last final? Okay, tiramisu's favorite. And we didn't really do any other desserts, huh? Oh, also, Italians do not do breakfast. Don't, no. Like,
There's no breakfast out there.
can you find a tourist spot? Yes, that will offer you the good old American bacon.
We
eggs,
landed
yes.
in Florence and all the taxis were on strike. Remember
Oh
that?
my!
That was horrible. All the taxis were on strike.
Oh, we
and
took the train. We have to
and in
tell them about that.
In that country, taxis and Ubers are the same. Like it's either they're both. They do both. So the taxis, Ubers, everybody was on strike.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's just catching this bus, and then we ended up going to get something to eat. And then by the time we came back,
We
taxis
did. I think we took an Italo bus. I think they're Italo something like that. Italo bus. So a train.
Mm-hmm.
Trains are really huge out there that go all throughout Italy. It goes as cheap as $7 for your ride, but you're gonna be especially
we got the best seats in the house, didn't we?
economy,
We were all the way at
and
the
then
front
like
of the-
their first class on there. Of course, I think it depends where you're going and how far, but we got our own little private cabin for all four of us. And I think it was, how much was it a person? Not that much.
130?
150. Yeah, maybe 130.
Yeah, 130. It was like 125.
It was so
something.
worth it though. It was really awesome and it was a fun way to travel. Recommend.
Snacks and
Pack light. When I tell you my mom and my grandma on their own packed 3 suitcases each.
Yeah, we were
Actually, that also
trying to
adds in.
move
Now I
all
have
that
my
around,
top
bro.
4 and most embarrassing moments.
All of our-
and that lasted 2
every
weeks.
place we stayed at was at the top of a
Abel,
hill.
it was embarrassing.
At the top of steps. So
Bro,
I'd be like,
her
I have
and
to
grandma
go.
had their own 3 suitcases each.
Different. Loaded them.
Me and London.
Suitcase.
Wait, so me and London, technically we only had 1 suitcase. We brought a second one just so he can have extra space for shoes, but we could have made one work for
yeah,
2 people versus these 2 had 6.
It was crazy, dude. Even like the drivers, when they would come get us,
People were looking at, no, they were mad.
look
The
at-
drivers,
they'd
they're
be
like,
mad.
how
They'd be
many
like-
people? We're like 4. They're like, this for 4. Why? Like,
they were like, why so many bags?
yeah.
I was like, I mean,
London
I
said we're American.
That's what I just started telling people. Like,
Which
we're-
is
we're
still cool
American.
though. Hey,
Sorry, bro.
cheers. We're American.
I've been saying that to
American.
everybody. Sorry, we're American. We don't know. We don't know any better.
Beverly Hills. You ever heard of that? She's
There's
Kim.
the-
She's
look at
Kim.
the camera.
She's Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian.
I think we covered the highlights of the Italy trip.
The wine tasting, the cheeses.
Oh,
Everything.
yeah.
Olive oil.
I gotta go
Heavenly.
back. The olive oil. I gotta go back. eventually. Oh, dude, the wine tasting
London's
was
upset. Like he was never a wine guy. He loves red wine now.
because it's the way they describe it.
And
They-
it's
as you
Italian,
come out,
Italian red
they
wine.
describe it as they turn the soil every hour.
Oh, they're so
These are-
specific.
these are-
Like we didn't
these-
even know. Like
These grapes can only be grown in a certain temperature and sunlight.
and the people who are describing it to us, it's their career.
Yeah.
No, like they're sommelier.
They
Sommelier.
aged this in
Yeah.
a white oak barrel, so you'll taste the vanilla. I was just like, oh.
He's
God.
like, and this one, it tastes a little more
So every sip, I
watery
was
because
just
it's
like-
out underneath cement or some crazy stuff.
It's just good to hear.
Tell the people watching, comment your favorite wine.
Oh yeah, everyone comment
everybody
your favorite
comment your favorite
wine or DM us
wine.
your favorite wine. We are definitely curious. I think we covered
Red
like
or
I said,
white,
the Italy.
guys? Red or white? I'm a red guy. Yeah, I'm a red.
So I do have to bring up also.
I'm sober, so I had a lot. Oh, so the time difference was really
That's
tough
tech,
for
though.
me. So I had a lot
That's-
of
champagne.
Coca-Cola and a lot of cappuccinos and espressos. At least like
Oh, the espresso.
2 or 3 espressos, cappuccinos a day, and on top of that, 2 or 3 Coca-Colas.
That's
The
what,
time difference was really hard to stay awake.
that's what they I think that's how they do it, because I've always wondered how can they drink wine every meal and then
Like
just go about their
all-
day. But
like-
they'll drink their wine and then hit like 2 or 3 espressos, and you're just back to normal.
And every meal is at least 3 hours long. It's a
God, it's
Most times it was 4 hours. And me being ADHD, I was like antsy
Yeah.
and falling asleep every time we
so
ate.
before your appetizers, you get your appetizers get an appetizer.
yeah.
And then it's just like a 5 course. And then even after dessert, they're like espresso, coffee, limoncello. Like
we're
wait,
like dead
they,
asleep. We're done.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
we
we're
probably
ready to
only eat
go.
twice a day out there. Yeah.
Yeah, I
would
thought-
not would do it all over again in a heartbeat.
The Michelin star restaurants.
Oh
they're not,
my gosh.
they're not worth it. Just go to get.
They
Hey,
Dude, I-
Momedy loved her birthday dinner at that
Oh,
Michelin
I'm
star
sure
at
she
the
did.
hotel.
The one in
I'm sure she did.
Florence.
Who knew? I never said she
The
didn't.
one in
was a
Florence
Michelin
was
star.
the best one.
I never said she didn't.
Oh, continue.
I'm saying on my end, I had better food just at
The other places.
like the regular restaurants, because the Michelins, they want to bring out these small little portions. And, like,
A
I'm
cube,
like,
like an actual
no,
cube.
No, I
Like,
need
every
food.
course was like a little cube of something.
It was like astronaut food.
So in Florence, if you really want the best Michelin star, like you want to go to the place where there's fancy stuff, the restaurant, the Michelin star one inside of the Four Seasons, that every single thing they brought out to us, every cube, there was one that was gelatin with spinach. My mom loved it.
That still doesn't sit right with me.
Loved
To
it.
this day, my grandma talks about it. It was a clear Jello cube of spinach inside.
No, the clear Jello tasted like nothing.
And it's so crazy. She's
Water
obsessed.
gelatin.
But she said that
And there was
growing
just like
up,
a
she
piece of
loved
like
Jello.
mint
so-
leaf. There's like a piece of mint leaf.
I
in
think
the
it
middle.
was like a little bit of nostalgia for her. She said growing up,
Yeah.
she
Maybe.
loved Jello. So I feel like
Jello's
Yeah.
everywhere. You can get Jello.
London's mad.
Jello.
So I'll Amazon you some Jello.
I was offended. I was like, wait, get these muscles.
Oh, like as soon as we got up to the room, I had to order.
Oh, I ordered
No,
lasagna.
like we
So-
actually ordered like a dinner. Yeah.
Oh, I was so full.
Yeah, 30
One
minutes.
Jello cube. I'm
30
stuck.
minutes later, there's lasagna sitting in front of me. No, that was the Four Seasons room service lasagna was one of the best things I've ever tasted.
I felt everything in Tuscany. Everything we ate in Tuscany was
Oh,
just
Tuscany.
was fucking delicious.
What is
Mortadella is huge out there, which I love.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, it
obsessed
is.
with mortadella. That was bomb. Gelato. You got a lot of gelato too.
And
That was
Prosecco.
fire.
Oh, and they have non-alcoholic
Non-alcoholic,
prosecco
yeah, there
out
we
there.
go.
So halfway through the trip, I actually got until I'm drinking non-alcoholic here. I actually got to join everybody because one of the guys was like, "We have non-alcoholic prosecco." I said, "What? You guys are barely telling me this." So the rest of the trip, I got
I
to.
feel like one of the
Yeah.
guys.
Most
have-
places had it.
I got to drink bubblies.
Sobriety is definitely becoming a norm across the world, which I love that for the people who are sober, there are options for
Yep.
them. And we also did the boat.
Ooh.
The freaking we got a boat
Oh, but Jeremy
in
got sick.
A private
Positano.
boat.
A completely
I
private boat
know.
in Positano.
Yeah, it was
So worth it, yes.
Horrible.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's definitely the most. We've been in a lot of boats, all of us,
That was the
in a lot of
choppiest
different
boat.
places. No, to this day, it didn't make sense how choppy it was.
We were.
Like I even
No,
felt bad.
we couldn't even stand on the. On
couldn't
the,
eat, we couldn't drink
You would
anything.
automatically fall. Yeah, we couldn't drink
We had to
nothing.
hold on
Everything
like
was like.
No, that's what's so weird. They're
there was a
water.
lot of boat traffic.
London said there was too many boats on the water.
So the water was just like.
And so like another boat would send waves to you, and then we're just
And then
Yeah.
another boat came this way. Another boat came this way. So he was just saying there was just too many.
I
boats.
was even. I was.
hundreds of boats leaving out.
I
of
even
one
felt
port.
bad for Grandma because
All
it was
tourists.
never. I'm telling you, we've gone on so many boats. It's never been like
Ever
to
in my
that
life have I
extent. So I
experienced
felt
that, yeah.
Like I even was like, okay, don't think about it.
Yeah,
Like,
we were all like, as soon as we got on the road.
like you're like this. You're like, ooh. You're like, this is all right. You're like,
Then there'd be one big one, like, boom. You'd be like, oh,
yeah.
make it stop.
But nonetheless, we were okay to rock with it. My grandma got sick, so we
Literally
had to
rocked
cut it
it
short.
with it.
But we never got to explore the Capri,
Capri
which we were going. We had a
Island.
few different stops that we were gonna do. We didn't get to do that, but it's all good. Nonetheless, the boat ride was amazing. We
Yeah.
took really bomb aesthetic viral photos with the rock. I forgot what it's called. I googled it, rock formation, and it was really a dream come true. Like the only thing that would have really like put the cherry on top is like, you know, if I would have got proposed to. but
Why would I propose to you on your mom's birthday?
not on the boat. I just
In Italy.
You're not taking it away from me.
Yeah, I don't want to steal Mama D's thunder.
So with
That's
that
weird,
being
right? Like,
said,
happy birthday, Mama D. Anyways,
not on her birthday. not her
anyways,
birthday.
as soon as we're singing
wait.
happy birthday to you, and
No,
I'm
bros.
on one knee.
Bro's thinking like, oh no, honor her while they're singing. Propose to me.
Sorry.
They're like, oh, we're gonna give you your time first. But
Yeah,
we got
keep
some-
coming up with your excuses, sir.
But you always see people surprising people at weddings when they're like throw the bouquet. So now they have it set up where the girl pretends she's gonna throw it. She stops. She turns around. Will find someone, give it to her, and then the guy comes over, the boyfriend, and proposes.
You don't propose at someone's wedding.
Yes, that's the fun
Don't do that
part.
for me.
Don't. No, everybody knows. Don't propose at someone's wedding.
Hell no.
I think it's cute.
Take,
It wouldn't bother me.
taking someone's time. Get them out of here. Are they trying to get them out? Yeah, don't take the
Aw,
shine.
babe, it's at the after party. The wedding's done. Go ahead.
Let us have our day. Let us have our day.
I wouldn't mind if somebody did at my wedding. My girlfriend's boyfriend wanted to propose to her. I'd be like, oh my God, I love
Nobody's
it.
like that. Me, on the other hand,
Yeah, Jasmine's
Not
like,
happening,
You're like,
sis.
never. Don't ever do that. Don't ever.
but
Throw your ring in the ocean.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
oh shoot, wait, I'll hit him with the Titanic where she drops a.
The sound.
Okay.
It's been 74 years.
So I love that. I didn't even expect that we were gonna have so much to say about Italy, but I love that this podcast ended up being just an Italy recap update because that is
Perfect.
amazing.
Yeah.
And then any last
Have a driver.
minute.
Have a driver.
Oh,
and
on
for some
top of that.
portions of, especially Amalfi
So we
Coast, have a
definitely
driver.
didn't do it as regular degular. We didn't do it as royalty,
Yeah.
but not regular degular people either.
No, it wasn't a regular schmegular
Completely private drivers the entire time just for our group.
We had black private chauffeurs the whole time.
Worth it. Book ahead, please. Every driver book in advance. We had to wait when all the Ubers and taxis were on strike in Napoli to go to
For 5
Positano.
hours, 4 hours.
Like 4 hours, yeah.
So we had amazing. Napoli probably does better food than, but you know it was a local spot.
it was just a local pizza spot,
Yeah.
so you can't really judge it off that.
That's true. That's true.
But it was
yeah.
good, and it was spicy too.
And then we.
It was like the only spicy thing I've ever had there. Nothing was spicy.
Oh gosh!
Yeah.
I took a bite. You're like, I'm surprised you're eating it, and I was like, it's good.
I got the Diablo.
No,
Very
for like
good.
15 minutes. No, Abe, it was the hottest thing I put in. Like I was like Serrano chills like this. And then it's like, are you okay? He's like, okay, you want me to ask
Yeah,
for
like
milk?
30 minutes, her nose is still running.
I was like, I'm like, stop talking to me.
She was
Like that. I know, but I just was drinking my wine, you know, and that was it, and water. Oh well, and pasta. I was doing all those little 3 things, and yeah,
And I think if you're going to do tours at places with a lot of history, you definitely have to get a guide. Because
And make sure you get front passes, express passes.
Oh, yeah.
otherwise I
yeah.
heard
The
the lines are 2 hours.
ridiculous. Yeah.
But
You think
there's
you're at
no way we
Disneyland.
would have ever known anything about anything just trying to walk
yeah.
through there and look around. Like you just,
Don't do it yourself. Yeah,
you're just
you
looking
need-
around, just oh cool. I
Get
don't
a
know what this is.
tour and make sure it's
You
private.
need someone that's there explain.
Yeah.
They're real good. They speak
They walk
English.
you through everything and tell you. And here is where
Yeah.
It's
season.
so
need-
worth it.
You need that.
And then
Ruled.
also you're giving them, you're pocketing not.
You're taking
You're
all
putting
their
money
from
back
them.
into
You're
their
putting money
pockets.
into
At the very end, you rob them.
Yeah,
Stop.
because all the tourists are Italian, so it keeps them.
Like they even let
Making
them
money.
freelance. They're like they get
Yeah.
like approved at each spot for freelance, whatever they get, and tip them afterwards because they do an amazing job and they work
Yeah.
hard. So that's another amazing thing. And then Mamadi, as for like because you're single out there, did you notice any?
No one. There's nothing out there unless you meet someone that hits you up ahead of time and you meet them for dinner.
Yeah. So you didn't notice any
No,
really.
none, nobody. It's
Our
nothing.
friend too, her daughter. Well, she's like 19 or whatever, guys. She's not little, but she went out with girlfriends. And she said this. I asked her too. I'm like, any cuties? She's like, none.
None.
Well, not saying Italian men can't be attractive, but at least when they went out there, they
They're
didn't.
not in
happen
the
to
tourist
notice.
areas. None of them are in the tourist
Like in the
areas. And when you're
locals, for sure,
going in
probably.
as a tourist, you want to go to the tourist areas because you're trying to see all the stuff.
We were with all tourists
yeah.
from. Where did we meet people from?
Just like Wisconsin. And
Michigan, maybe,
Michigan.
like all that stuff. But
And then the time difference is so tough. Like you're going all day.
it's even hitting her now. Look.
That I know I'm sick. I don't feel really good all today. Even by the end of the night, like the tour's done, everyone's tired. Like trying to go to the club. I think not to the end of our trip. They made it to
We made
one
it to
club.
yeah.
But other than that, like you're just so tired that you don't even get to go to local areas to go meet people.
Well, I mean, in Rome, when we looked it up, there's no like lounges, clubs, really. There was one, and it had like really sketchy, like 1-star reviews, so we weren't going to go there. But we would go every night on our own after and just have a bottle of wine, share it
Yeah.
somewhere. And it was busy. The streets out there were fun, good vibes. I would recommend for tourists, it's not sketchy at all. I mean, from what we experienced, and we've traveled a lot of places out of different countries, everywhere and then some. It doesn't feel sketchy whatsoever.
Yeah.
It feels very safe and inviting. Even for solo travelers, it seems like one of the more better solo traveling options. Versus maybe Colombia, that I don't think is a very inviting. You know, and
Well, I
then
mean, like the streets of
Athens seemed
the streets
sketchy
of
too. I don't know.
Cartagena, no problem. Like you're good. You just gotta look out for the
But you're like
rapids.
really close to
But
the
like,
end
yeah,
of
I'm sure when you get out of there, but
So I think that covers all of
Jamaica.
it.
God,
They were nice there too, though.
they were nice in Jamaica. But remember, we ended up in like some neighborhood or something, or was that Virgin
Turks and
Islands?
Caicos. Oh no, Virgin Islands. Yeah.
We ended up in like some neighborhood. Where we gotta get the fuck out of here.
So this is your sign. If you're listening to this, then you need to book your flight immediately to Italy.
Anywhere.
As soon as you
Go out and see
can.
some stuff.
And we will be back in. Huh?
Before you end it, I have to say something.
Oh, what happened?
Tell your fans and followers, be careful when you're sending money to a fake account, because there's people that are claiming that they sent you guys money, but you never responded. And we're thinking, and the other people.
Who said that, Reginald?
Reginald and a few other people.
I've talked to Reginald 100 times and he keeps messaging me. I sent you more money last night. I'm
Okay,
I
so then that's not even your
Reginald,
fault.
you're a fucking idiot. I
Mom,
keep telling you
not
that's
on my
not
podcast. Don't speak
Sorry.
like that. Knock it off, please. Thank you. Anyways,
If the account doesn't have a blue check on it, do not send money. Duh.
so once again, we
Gotta have a blue check.
we have our kind of in this. All we got to say to that is use your common sense, and if you don't have any, I'm sorry. You know, it's not something you can learn. It's just kind of instilled in you. But once again, we have find any one of our social medias or go to our website. Abe, can you put our websites, like my website, London? Mama doesn't have one yet. But on any social medias or our website, you will find straight from there, from the word of the person,
The only social
the exactly social medias we have. So please make sure on your own to do your own studies and use your common sense, you know? And if you do want to, you know, send a little something, something, then you know where to go to that for the fun sites. Don't do anything outside of that. This day and age, just go to the fun
Thank you.
sites and do it there.
If there's not a blue verified
And don't
check
cuss.
on the social media,
insult.
do not talk to them and
Yep.
stop messaging us asking if it's us because we've told you 100 times it's not us.
Yeah, and London said, yeah, and for his,
And for me, guys,
you
quit
know,
with all the assumptions that I'm gonna be
slanging that.
bigger than Arnold someday. Listen,
He already
guys,
is.
I'm already bigger than Arnold.
So thank you so much. I am so happy we came back because I've been
We
missing
missed
this.
all of you.
We're gonna run it back very soon next week. We're gonna figure. I'm gonna figure out a comment or Instagram or anywhere what guests we should have next week because we're gonna do it.
Yep, and
I'm
topics.
gonna
Topics
make
that you wanna
these
hear next
twos be in my panel permanently. So
Okay.
all right, okay.
Yeah.
See you guys soon.
I'm just feeling so
Happy
excited.
Saturday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.